that amount that they have borrowed immediately. There is no money that goes into the bank. So as they continue again to be able to compound, the women borrow again that money, they use it, and that increases their capital base. What happens is that at the end of the year, the women, their faces at the end of the year, especially in December, are all shining, because what they do, this profit that they have made throughout the year, they are able to divide amongst themselves, but the savings remain, so that the next year we have a brought forward savings that will help them be able to borrow even more loans from that table. And the group members use the borrowed amounts basically to either start off businesses or to be able to scale up the businesses that they are already doing. The group members are members who trust one another. These members know each other. They know each other. Each other's homes. They know, every other activity, because from 2012 to now. Yes. And before they joined Joyful in 2019, they were doing the activities of table banking. They are doing activities of merry-go-round, but in a way that it wasn't well defined. When they joined us now, they were able to get a better way of handling their money in an organized manner with somebody who guides them, who is our economic empowerment officer. So most of them here, they are able to work within the same place. They are sharing the businesses, or they are living within the same neighborhood, and that's how they know each other. The group sets up the rules to be able to be followed, but with the guidance of our economic empowerment officer. So once the rules have been set up, one of the rules is that they meet monthly, and that is today is their meeting day. And that's why they have invited us here to be able to observe and see what they are going. To do with the table banking. During this they bring the money on the table, and it is we are able, the treasurer is able to record, our teacher is able to record, and therefore their books also are filled and signed, so that by the time they go back home, they go back with the records. So the books that they have here, we are calling them the checkbooks that they use to keep their records, which is signed by the economic empowerment officer. Make sure that they are filled so that they know I have saved 5,000 shillings as at now, and they feel very excited. It gives them the motivation to be able to go on. It is also important to note that the women have a meeting day and a meeting time, and they keep time. If you come in late, there is a fine that will be charged for coming in late. And the other thing is that if you are also absent without apology, there is a fine that they put. An apology is an apology whereby beyond all all other circumstances, that is why you are not able to come to the group. And your apology without, you have not come to the group, you have no apology, there is a fine also for that. And in some groups, it is very punitive. They pay even up to $20 for not coming to the group. And it is important also to know that when they come in here, the first thing they do is prayers. Then they read the minutes and confirm them. Once they have done that, they pay their savings. Then they pay their loans back, the repayment of loans. And therefore, after that, now calculations are done between it is the treasurer who receives the money, does calculations. The economic empowerment officers helps them to just verify that on that table, and out of that much that we have on the table, members will be able to say their need, and then we calculate and see is it enough. If it's not enough, there are negotiations, who will go with it this time round, who will remain, and all that stuff. And so what usually happens, what we have seen in the table banking, is the fact that we always have a deficit most of the time, and as an organization, we have come up with a strategy to be able to meet that deficit on the table, and the women repay back. So then after that, we are able now to confirm the total revolving fund. And I want to say this group has a total revolving. Banking will work today, but the concept is mainly to enable the women to be able to access affordable a credit to be able to help the women to learn to save, because
Thank you so much, Madam Stella. And it would be important for us to understand where this idea started. And so I'm more than honored to ask my First Lady to explain to us where this came from. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Dr. Jill Biden, First Lady of the United States of America, all the guests here, and the women of peace, good afternoon. Habari zenu, mko salama? Asante, naona mumeng'ara kabisa. Thank you. I was just telling them they look very beautiful and very... Okay, so the story of Joyful Women dates back to the year 1997. That's about 25 years ago. I had an opportunity to go to the villages of Uasin Gishu County that time to help my husband, now our president. Then he was running to become member of parliament for Eldoret North. I was a young girl. We had just gotten married. I was about 27 years old. So I went as a good wife and a good mother to go meet the mothers and the youth and just to see what was happening and help him campaign to become the member of Eldoret North. That was in 1997, and he was running for the first time. And so as I went crisscrossing the villages asking for votes, she looked like she had not had breakfast. She looked emaciated. She didn't have shoes. And yet what caught my attention was a broad smile that she had. And when I looked at them and I looked at her, I made a prayer to God. And I said, if my husband makes it to Parliament, I would like to come back and do something with these women, because what I saw was not very acceptable, because I was wondering, if a mother can leave her house without shoes to come for that kind of a meeting, then what was the situation at home? What about her children? And many things went round my head. Anyway, by God's grace, my husband was elected for the first time as Member of Parliament for Eldoret North. And of course, we came to Nairobi, where we lived with a young family. But the picture of that particular lady that sat there that morning never left my mind. And I kept wondering, what will I do? God has given me an opportunity now to become a wife of a Member of Parliament of that region. What would I do? And I kept wondering, and I kept asking, and I kept talking to people, because for me, I was looking for sustainability. I was looking for something that these women would do, that they would not ever even, economists were sent to Bangladesh and to India and to the parts of Asia to go see what they had done. And it was borrowed on the Grameen Bank. And when I was told about this concept that had already been written, immediately I knew that that was the solution for the women of Eldoret North. And so quickly I called for a meeting of all the women leaders, and I had a meeting under a tree, and I started talking to them about table banking. And that day, on the 31st of August of 2009, Joyful Women Organization was born. And we named this organization Joyful Women because of that one woman that did not have shoes, looked like had not had breakfast, yet had a broad smile. Just to say that sometimes in life, you may not have everything, but nobody can take the joy away from you. And we say that we want to spread this joy. Across the nation of Kenya. I used to leave Nairobi on Thursday, and I would have 2 meetings that Thursday, 2 meetings on Friday, 2 meetings on Saturday, and I came back to Nairobi also to take care of my family, because then I had a young family. And so we began with Eldoret North, and when my husband became deputy president in 2013, we had the opportunity to spread Joyful Women across the nation, and we crisscrossed Kenya, and I really thank God for the opportunity of giving me this platform. We have about 150,000 women who are members of Joyful Women Organization. We have about 11,000 groups, and we continue to spread the joy. And not to be ignorant of the fact that we've had our own challenges, especially during COVID-19. We really had challenges with the women meeting, because when they said that people could not meet, then our women could not meet. But we thank God that we've been able to overcome that. And today, God has given us a platform to change the lives of women. Because when they borrow this money on the table, they are able to do enterprises. You know, we know that many other times women do not have collateral to go to the commercial banks to borrow money, because the collaterals that the women would really have maybe would be title deeds and things like that. But in the African culture, we know that really women do not own land. But we thank God, because things are changing in the 21st century. And even as we empower these women, we know that they have stories to tell us, testimonies, women that could not even go to meetings. We have brought dignity back to the women. One woman told me that anytime they went for meetings in the villages, they used to be told to sit on the grass. But because of the joyful women and empowering them economically, when they walk into the meetings, they are called to sit on the high table. And so today we are saying that women are sitting on the table.
I will kindly ask you to invite Dr. Jill Biden, the First Lady of the Republic of the United States of America. I'm sorry. To make some remarks. Thank you.
Independent. And so now here you've found a way to do your own banking system, which is pretty incredible, Rachel. So I'd love to see, you know, I'd love to hear what some of you are doing, you know, with the money that you're getting from the table banking. And it's pretty ingenious that women found a way to support other women, to lift them up and to increase economic prosperity for the families, right? It's not just for you. You do it to support your families. So I wondered if anybody would tell me, you know, what you're doing with the money. What businesses did you start? How do you feel empowered? Nancy, is that okay? Do we have time for that?
displaced, and so we were in a camp, and we decided to bring together a group that comes from various communities in our country.
And tumeeneza hiyo peace tangu sasa. Tumejaribu kupeana huo mfano kwa wamama wengi because tumeona inafanya kazi vizuri.
So our main theme has been peace, and that's why we have that name Peace, and that has continued on. From that time on, we are identified with peace.
Okay, sasa kwa bahati tuliendelea, then we formed a group in 2012 ya kuanza table banking, merry-go-round, na kupeana pesa kidogo kidogo kwa mkopo.
So we progressed, and in 2012 we formed a group that was basically a revolving fund around ourselves.
Na baadaye ndio 2019 watu wa Joyful wakaja, tukajiunga nao.
And in 2019, Joyful Women came, and we joined the group.
Yeah, na tukakuwa na Naona kwa miezi ya kwanza tu tukakulea kutumiana kwa simu. Siku ya mtu ikifika, tuna coordinate, tunamtumia kwa simu.
And so the funds were transferred electronically on our phones.
Yeah. So na kutoka tulirudi baada ya corona kupungua kidogo, na tukaanza sasa kuendelea na mwalimu wetu ambaye kwa kukata short ndio wengine waongee. Tumesaidika sana kwa sababu hata mimi sikujua maneno ya kumanage kitabu na vitu kama hizo. Wameweza kutusaidia sana. Na yeah.
So through the economic empowerment officer, we have really had a lot of benefit, because he has taught us on how to manage our finances, and that has improved our financial management to such a great level.
Our group imekuwa kushinda hata vile tulikaa hiyo miaka kutoka 2012 mpaka wakati walitumit 2019.
The progress since we had our teacher is very remarkable, because we've made so much progress as compared to the years from 2012 till 2019. In these few years, we've made tremendous economic progress.
Yeah, so nikiongea kuhusu biashara yangu, mimi na supply vegetables 3 times a week mahali, alafu tuko na shule ya daycare na play group ambao tulianzisha na lady wetu kama partner, nifanya nini, tukaona kama community health workers, wacha tukuje na hii kitu watoto wapate kama mahali ni drop-in center, ama ni mahali wanaweza kupata utunzo, vile wamama wengi wa Kibera wanaenda kufua wakirudi. Wanalipa kitu kidogo na mtoto wako kwa peace bila kujua kabila gani ndio gani. Na mimi nimekuwa nikihubiri kitu kwa wamama, if we come together, hatutaki kujua umetoka kabila gani, umetoka mtaa gani, wa Nairobi ama wa wapi. Tunakaa pamoja, tunaweza kufanya makubwa kwa hii nchi, kwa sababu wamama ndio wako na nguvu ya kuweka amani. Saa hii ukienda uambie bwana yako asipige mtu mawe ama asiulize mtu wenye atakaa, ni sawa, tuko na hiyo nguvu, lakini sana sana hatujui. Asanteni sana kwa sababu
in conclusion the she underscores the importance of peace and care of children in school.
Yeah. So vile mwenzangu ameongea, sitaongea mengi, ni kushukuru sana Joyful. Wakati tuliingia hii kikundi ya Joyful Women, imetusaidia sana kwa sababu tulikuwa chini. Tulianza mwanzo, ukisikiza hapo ulisikia vile tumeanza kitambo, lakini unakuta bado tunaregarega tu. So
the testimony is really that when Joyful Women Organization came, we have been lifted, literally lifted up from a very low economic place to a higher place, and we're proud of it.
Yeah, so wakati tulijoin, tuko na mwalimu wetu Kelvin, anatusaidia a lot. Tumejua mengi, vile tuna save, vile tunakopa hiyo pesa, vile kila mtu anaweka kwa biashara yake, na tumeona kila mtu ameshikilia biashara kabisa na anafanya na inafanya vizuri.
So Kelvin has been very instrumental in teaching us on how to save, on how to invest, and how to repay the loans that we take from the group, and through his guidance we have really benefited from this program.
Yeah, na ninashukuru tena wanachama wangu kwa sababu ni wale wanasikiza na wanaelewa, wanarudisha vizuri, wakichukua wanaelewa hii tunafaa kufanya hivi na hivi, na wanaelewa kabisa na wanafanya hivi.
I must acknowledge that the members of this group are very faithful in repaying the loans they borrow. They are very faithful.
Niko na imani bado tutaendelea mbali tukiwa na nyinyi. Mama yetu Rachel, tumefurahi sana. Leo ukiangalia siku ya leo wanamemba wangu vile uso imeng'ara kila mtu.
And we are so glad to see our First Lady Mama Rachel, and we really are optimistic that we will move to higher heights as we put our efforts together.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Na mama yetu First Lady kutoka US. You are welcome. Tumewakaribisha sana kwa Ladies for Peace.
The First Lady of the United States, you are very welcome to the Ladies for Peace.
Okay, ningependa kila mtu aseme biashara yake.
Nafikiri wacha tufanye table banking kwanza, kwa sababu tutachukua muda
mrefu kidogo.
Where did they find Kelvin?
Yes.
Like where did Kelvin?
Kelvin, yes. So Kelvin, Dr. Jill is from Joyful Women Organization. He is an economic empowerment officer.
Okay, welcome. Our previous meeting held on 25th January 2023. Meeting opened with a word of prayer from Beatrice Mutia at 2 p.m. All members were present. We had 2 agendas and HLB. First agenda was contribution. All contributions were done smoothly as usual. Second agenda was educational booster. Our teacher informed us about ongoing registration of education. Okay, sasa tumesikiza minutes. Tunahitaji mwenye wata second. Kama muta confirm kama hivyo ndio minutes yenye tulikuwa nayo wakati huo. Tutahitaji kama wawili wa confirm.
The minutes have been read and they are now looking for a proposer and a seconder of the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'm Mary. I confirm the minutes.
I'm Shaim Davida. I second the meeting.
Sasa tutawakaribisha mwalimu uweze kusoma kila namba ili ukiitwa namba vile tulikuwa tunafanya kila wakati unapeana savings zako, loan na interest pamoja ili tuweze kuenda haraka haraka.
So that the teacher is going to read the proceedings and guide on the loans and investments.
Okay, good afternoon once again. We are going to start our table banking with member number 1. So, long-term loan of 2,800. Boosters. Savings booster. 16,320. Sorry? Pardon? 12,000. $820. Member number 3. short-term loan of 16,740. Yes, savings. So 17,960. Member number 4, short-term loan of 12,100.
So she had borrowed a loan of $15.
Savings?
Yes, that was
How much?
So now she's repaying $15.
Is there a limit? What you can borrow? Is there a limit to what you can borrow?
So,
Yes, there is a-
what's that? Savings how much?
Either do 2 times your savings, or for long-term loan, you do 3 times your savings.
Total of 13,320. Member number 5. You will repay the long-term loan of 1,870. Savings?
Number 5.
How much? Then 590. $2,590. Yeah. Okay. That one is how much? Boosters savings? Okay, that is the registration, eh? Okay. 2,590. $590. $2,590. Member number 8, short-term loan, 11,000. Then savings. $11,720. $11,720. Member number 10, 16,500 short-term loan. Savings how much?
1,000.
Boosters registration.
200.
Boosters savings.
1,000.
Plus welfare, that is 18,720. $18,720.
$720.
18,720. 120.
You know, just to get a sense of.
500. 9,520. Iko sawa? So total 3,000, 34. So boosters savings 1,500. Boosters 750. Education booster, agriculture booster 750. Total 3,420. Number 12, normal savings 1,500. Education booster 750. Agriculture booster 750. So we can now confirm the cash on the table. SRN number? $680. Okay, 700.
So tungetaka tafadhali to confirm haraka haraka pesa ile iko kwa meza because of time, because we want you to very quickly tell Dr. Jill Biden, I'm sorry. Jeez, I'm so sorry.
Just call me Jill.
No, I can't.
99?
He's here.
99 So.
Okay,
So-
Mko sawa?
Yeah.
Well done, well done. Okay. Okay. So they've brought round the table 99,050 shillings. Well done, ladies. Well done. So very quickly, we are going to go around the table, and all you need to do is mention what you do when you get the money, please. And only the ones who did not talk. Kwa maana chair lady tumejua na Madam Millicent tunajua vile mnafanya. So it's the rest of you to quickly say what you do with the money when you get it, and then we can move on from there. Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy.
Hi, everyone. As you remember, I said my name is Pennsylvania, and I'm a soap maker, so I use it to add more stock in my business.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Habari zenyu tena. Kwa majina ni Teresia Wairimu. Mimi nafanya biashara ya kuuza switi.
Teresia Wairimu sells candy sweets.
Hi again. I'm Mary. I'm a saloonist. At the same time, I'm making bathing soap.
Soap. Millicent sells shoes, and she also manufactures soap.
Good afternoon. I'm Beatrice Motia. I have a cereals shop.
Kwa majina ni Mshai Davida, nauza viatu na handbag na pia natengeneza sabuni ya maji.
Mshaim Davida sells handbags and makes soaps also.
Na mimi ni Saida Mohamed, mimi ni mtengenezaji ya chakula, snacks zote na upika.
So she sells food, she cooks and sells food.
Thank you very much, Ladies for Peace. Dr. Jill Biden, you can see that our women are fully engaged. In trade, doing different things. Otherwise, the meeting continues with everybody getting an opportunity to borrow if the money allows. Thank you.
So after we have now confirmed the cash on the table, we are going to take the fees to Joewa. To Joyful Women. This group is currently servicing. So I'm going to give you a pay bill. You'll pay bill the money. Then in return you'll give me the codes. So we are now into borrowing. So today long-term loans we have so after confirming if she qualifies the amount she has requested, I'm going to give her a long-term application form so that she can fill the forms. Then after that, she is going to give the group an application fee of 1% of the total amount she has taken as long-term loans, and that money is going to be borrowed as short-term loans on the table. So member number 12, you are going to give us 150. $150.
For now, and then after we finish our final thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy, and asanteni sana, ladies. We are grateful for your time and just for allowing us to come into your table banking, because we know this is a bank, and usually in the bank you don't allow anybody to see your things inequally. So thank you, Dr. Jill Biden. I would now like to invite you just to make the final remarks as we conclude. Welcome.
Thank you, Rachel. I just want to say thank you to all of you for inviting us in to see this process, to see how you are really creating financial independence for yourselves. You're quite an impressive group, so thank you so much.
So thank you so much, Dr. Jill Biden. We are very grateful that during your trip to this country of Kenya, you had time to come and meet with the ladies, and we really appreciate. Just to maybe say that one of the things that COVID taught us. Maybe God willing, when you come next time, you'll find that we'll just be working on our phones. Even these ladies will be working on their phones. And also to say that you can see many of them are in enterprises. So we do a lot of capacity building, and we also do a lot of financial literacy to the ladies. So we really appreciate your coming to Kenya, and thank you so much for your time this day. We don't take it for granted. And please, when you go back to your country, pass our regards, and especially to His Excellency, the President of the United States of America. So thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. Before you leave, we will have a word of prayer, please, with your permission. Would like to close with a word of prayer. With your permission, please. Thank you. I will ask Reverend Gaira to please pray for us. Thank you very much.
Let us pray. Our Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you this great afternoon that you've made it possible for the First Lady of the United States and the First Lady of Kenya to attend this table. Through the hands of these women and many others.
To ask that the ladies are lined up behind you, and we can take that picture. So ladies, if you can please go to the back, would really appreciate. And we're going to take one picture, Your Excellency and Dr. Joe Biden, with your lessons, and then another picture